always itching my eyes. Start over. So I was at the bus stop when I thought the bus stop, because there's a sign that said bus stop, and waiting for the bus, and it's kind of chilling with other foreigners. And another girl from New Zealand came up to me and was like, hey, is this the bus stop? I'm like, yeah, I'm assuming, because it says bus stop right there. And so we kind of figured out after like 20 minutes of waiting that wasn't the right bus stop. We needed a different bus stop. So we went to the bus stop, but the bus wasn't coming. So we ended up getting a taxi with like 6 other people going to the Medina in Fez. And that was alright. I think it'd be about the same price, and we might have paid a little bit more, but it took us right to our hostel instead of taking the bus to the train station, taxi to the Medina. So then after that, I kind of had a friend, because the New Zealand girl was traveling by herself as well, so like I met her at the airport and it was good. So I was getting really nervous for nothing, because so now I was with her. Fez was good. At first, the first day, full day, I kind of I was really excited. It is a different culture, different I loved it. I loved the dirtiness, I loved the crowds, and I really thought the heckling from the guys was really funny. Like, they called us Spice Girl, they tried to buy us with camels, but it was like all just kind of funny more than like annoying. By the end of the day, however, I was just, it wasn't about the heckling, it was about the hassling. They're always trying to get money from you no matter what you did. Like, I would ask a direction, like if you go right or left, and they'd be like, I want money to tell you if you like what way you go. And so it just got really annoying, just trying to get anywhere. It's really confusing. So at the end of the day, I was kind of over it. So then after, but I really did like Fez. There's some really great people that I met in Fez. But like, it's a long day. And this is for men and women. Men get hassled just as much as women do. So women might get a little more like funny comments in Fez, but nothing is all harmless. So we did, one of the major thing I wanted to do is Morocco, is go to the desert and do a Sahara Desert tour. And through Fez, we were getting quoted like $350 US, and just ridiculous prices through our hostel. And we were trying to get other places, and we just couldn't find other places. So then we found this lady on the streets of Fez who's like, oh, my cousin does it. So she's like, take the overnight bus to this desert town. He owns a hotel, or he's the manager of a hotel, and he can get you cheap those. So we got to like $75 for one night. And then when we were in the desert, we extended to 2 nights, which was extra. It was like $50 a night, which I think is a little bit more than, we paid more than we should have still. Even doing it ourselves. It's just the more, like, the booking a tour through Fez is just so much more expensive than Marrakesh. I think my friend got it for $80 for 2 nights, whereas we got for $100 for 2 nights. Anyways, so we went to this town in Meknes. It has like Roman architecture, Roman ruins. It's kind of boring. We was kind of just waiting there till we got our bus. That was overnight. One funny story about that is, like, from Fez to Meknes, we were like at the train station. We're like, we want a ticket to Meknes, and the ticket lady was like, wait, that train? The train that's leaving right now? So she sold us the tickets of the train that was literally moving, and we ran to everyone and got on the bus. They stopped the train for us, and so that was an exciting story. And then so from Meknes we took an overnight bus to the desert town Mezzouga. Sorry, my pronunciation, horrible. And in Mezzouga we did so what you do, we got in at like 6 a.m. So the guy, her cousin, the cousin from the lady in Fez, her cousin came and got us off the bus, took us to his hotel where we could like sleep a little bit because it was 6 a.m. and the bus was freezing, so I didn't sleep at all. Like, he said they cranked the heat up because people like to take off their shoes and they're smelly, so it's like to keep their shoes on. I don't know. It was absolutely freezing, so you need to have like a winter coat or a blanket or something. And so we did that. So I slept in a little bit, and then we kind of had the day because the desert is at night. So we just went around. There's sand dunes like right out of the hostel or hotel, and the hotel has a pool and internet and stuff. So we climbed some sand dunes, took lots of pictures. There's camels roaming around everywhere. And then that night we took a camel ride. It was like an hour-and-a-half camel ride. My camel like tried to bite my head off when I was trying to take a selfie with it, and it's about a foot taller than the other camels, so I felt like I was falling like a foot more than everyone else. The camel like leader guy, the camel towing guy, he gave me his turban to like use as like a harness for my feet, so that helped immensely. But he didn't speak any English, he only spoke Spanish and Arabic. That's the other thing, everyone speaks like 10 languages here. They all speak French and Arabic for sure, and then English, Spanish, Italian, like you name it, Japanese, they speak it, so it's really easy to get around. But this guy, however, just spoke Spanish and Arabic. But my, sorry, it's so loud here, it's Morocco. But my Spanish isn't that great. According to him, he's like, you can't talk to me, you don't speak Spanish. But by that time we convinced this girl from Brazil to come with us, so she knew Spanish, so she was, and I realized they speak Portuguese in Brazil, but she also knew Spanish. So she just translated everything for us, and then when we got to the desert campsite, it was good because everyone else just spoke English. The guys there, it was very touristic. They have the same thing every night, so they kind of just want to like hang out. So you have tea for like an hour or so, and then they give you a big like dinner. It's like tagine, which is like a cultural dish from Morocco. I've had like millions of tagines here. And then they play the drums for you, and then you go stargaze. And it's really fun to stargaze. And there's like, okay, so there's like 3 girls in our group, so it was fun. So all the guys loved us because we were like 3 single girls. So that was cool. And then we wanted to do a second night because we heard you go farther into the Sahara Desert and see more if you do a second night. But they just promised us a nomadic village and dancing and more cultural, and so we did that. The second night, and then you spend the night in the campsite, which is fine. The toilets kind of suck, but otherwise it's fine. And then you wake up for the sunrise, and then you take the camel back, and that's 3 hours worth of camel, and my lady parts start hurting. So you go back, and since we were doing the second night, we spent the day in the hotel again, and just taking naps and using the pool and stuff, which the guys at the hotel were kind of sketchy. One guy was like, what's your Facebook? I would really like to talk to you, and I'm an English teacher, so I was like, a lot of people ask me to like practice their English, so that's what I thought. But then he started like Facebooking me things like, oh, you're beautiful, you have a beautiful soul, like I really like you and all stuff, and I'm like, I barely said 2 words to you. So I told him I had a boyfriend, and then he stopped. But I was just like, come on, like I'm on vacation, like why are you doing this? And so the second day, I did not want to take the camel. I was just over the camel, and so they let me take a quad bike through the sand dunes, which was a blast. It was maybe like 5-10 minutes to get there versus an hour and a half on camel. And so I had to sit around a little bit more, but it was so much more fun. It was like kind of a different experience. And then the nomadic village ended up to be like right next door to the village that we were at the night before. So we went and the guy literally gave us tea, and then the girls came over and tried to sell us like little trinkets and stuff. And so we bought stuff just because we felt bad. I think I just gave them a US dollar because that's all I had. And then they're like, go watch the sunset. And they didn't speak any English. They're like, go watch the sunset. And then we went, and that was it. That was absolutely it. So then we just went back to the place we were the night before because we were hanging out with the guys, and they were really cool, and there's just more people there. So we kind of did the same thing 2 nights in a row. Yeah, it sucked. But yeah, and yeah, so it was fun. And then the next morning we woke up at like 5:30 morning because we're supposed to take the bus back to Marrakesh, but we wanted to stop in the Atlas Mountains first. So I took the quad back, so I had enough time to take a shower and take a nap, because the 2 other girls I was with were taking the camels back, so that was an hour and a half, and it took me like 10 minutes. But it was cool seeing the stars in the morning and at night. It was beautiful. And then we ended up, there's actually 2 girls one was from Mexico and one was from Spain/Portugal, and they had already booked a van. So we just asked to like get a ride in their van. So it was a free ride, but they weren't going through the Atlas Mountains, so we kind of skipped the Atlas Mountains and went to another town that was famous, and I absolutely cannot say this town, Orzako, or I don't know, was famous for filming like Gladiator and Game of Thrones and stuff. But it was so hot in that town, like hotter than the desert. We were hoping for the desert again. And so that wasn't cool. So I think we should have planned that more, but it was a free ride. And so we just kind of walked around town for 2 days, and there's not like, I don't know, it wasn't that great. There's lots of things to do outside of town, like hikes and stuff, but it was just, I don't know, too hot to function. And by then I was still wearing like long sleeves and pants because I wanted to respect the culture. After that we went to Marrakesh, and by then I was like, I'm wearing shorts and a t-shirt, and it was fine. I think I got heckled the same amount. I got hassled the same amount. I think the only difference is the women would glare at me more, and I felt that's the one thing why I did it. I don't care about getting heckled. I just didn't want to disrespect the women. And so I think that's the main thing, is I was kind of disrespecting the women a little bit more by showing my knees and my like arms and stuff. But there is a reason why they do it, besides religion, is that it's so hot, the sun is out, so they need to protect their skin more, and I get that, just to stay out the sun more because they're always in the sun. So Marrakesh was, I thought it was gonna be a lot like Fez, but it's a lot bigger. So it has the Medina, which is great, and then it has this big square, and there's like literally the snake collars with a little flute, and then the cobra coming up, and like I nearly stepped on them so many times, and it's freaky because they're just walking around with snakes, and they have monkeys. Like they want you to take a picture with them, but like I'm not walking next to a snake. And the monkeys are just so cute, and they have diapers, and then it has like a nice little like shopping area. It's really touristy, like more than Fez. I felt like Marrakesh is more touristy. It has really nice shops, it has palaces. I think there I was getting more not hassled, that I was more hassled in Fez. But the thing they did in Fez was like, I'm not hassling you. You think I'm hassling you? I'm not hassling you, which is annoying. And you're like, you are hassling me by saying you're not hassling me. Marrakesh, it's more, I felt like I was being hit on more, like I called on more, like in a like, hey pretty eyes, like in a more sexual way than I was in Fez. Fez was more a comical way, but still nothing too annoying. And if you go to Fez or Marrakesh, the Clock Cafe has the best almond milkshakes ever. go to those places and order almond shake. I might just go and just order 2 the next time I go and forgo the actual meal. They also have a camel burger, so if you want to try camel, you can do that. It's a little expensive. It's like $9.50. But if you want to try camel, which I did, I split it with my friend. It was like $4 each, and it's a big enough plate to split. And then after Marrakesh, I'm here in the beach town, which everyone, I was like, I had like 5 days to kill, and I just wanted to go and relax, because after this I'm going to Spain, Italy, and Greece, and it's gonna be go 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 go, and I just want to relax a little bit. So I absolutely didn't want to do anything here, but everyone's like, oh, it's windy there, like why would you want to go there? But the first 2 days were really nice and sunny, not windy at all, and then the last 2 days were rainy and windy, and I'm like, oh, that's what you're talking about. But I had 2 good days. But the thing about this town, Astoria, the first hostel I was recommended by everyone I got to, and it's just dirty and it's overcrowded. Like, my pillow was right next to someone else's pillow, so we would have been like head to head. I'm like, I don't know you. And then my feet would have been kicking the other person. There was like no gap in between beds. And then like I walked in, like the guy was trying to show me a room at like 11:30 a.m. and he opened the door and 2 people were having sex, and I was like, what hostel is this? And it's just dirty and overcrowded. It's Atlantic Hostel. I would not recommend it at all. So I was like, oh, what am I gonna do? Like, I didn't look up any other places. Well, I did. So then I told him I was going to the ATM, but really I was scouting for other hostels, so I set my bag down and I went to the other hostel. I kind of looked up and I knocked on the door and no one answered. So then I remembered seeing some other signs for hostels, and I went to the other places, and they were still, they weren't the best, but they were fine. So I found Astoria Youth Hostel. It's a Hosteling International hostel for the same price as this Atlantic hostel, and it's better. I'm in a bed with 4 people for the same price as like a 14 bed. And the people are nice. I really enjoy the people I was hanging out with. It's not crazy, and it's good. It's better than the party hostel. And they were telling me that the Atlantic hostel is, I mean, if you want a place to hook up, it's known as the hookup hostel. So if you want a place like that, then go there. But if you want more quiet or like relax but still party, like we were drinking last night, we bought a bottle and we're drinking, and it was fine. And also Astoria has the best sunsets and the camel rides on the beach and just loveliness. So I really enjoyed going there, but today it's raining, so I might just sit and watch movies, because that's what I wanted to do for 5 days. Like, literally I just came to like sit around and do nothing and rest before it was go go go. But I ended up doing a lot. Like, I keep doing stuff and I'm like, oh, I want to sit and watch movies, and I keep not doing it because I keep being social. And that's just how it is in this town. It's kind of hippie-ish. But I went to a hammam yesterday. It's like $5, and this, oh, that was another experience. I went 4 girls, oh, me included. So 3 other girls, 2 Danish girls, and a girl from England. And so first you have to get naked with these people that you just met. And then there's this big naked lady that comes and scrubs you down. And she's just like ripping off your bottoms and scrubbing your boobs and shoving your head into her boobs and scrubbing you. But I don't think I've ever been so clean in my life, and it's an experience that you have to do, and you just have to get over body issues. But yeah, you're just basically getting cleaned by another woman while other women watch you. It's weird, but yeah, so that's my Morocco. I have a few days left. I'm gonna go to Marrakesh again, so I might add some more. But overall, I love Morocco. If you get past the hustling and all that stuff, it's good. and I just love the chaotic busyness of everything. People here are so friendly, so nice. You do get the people that just want money, but also the majority of people just want to help and be nice, and you drink so much tea. So much tea. But yeah, that's my Morocco experience. Ciao!